Alright, hey everyone, this is Team Torchwood and welcome to the DVD review of Castrovalva. So, as you know, this is a hated story, so this will not be a very positive review. This was pulled out at random from the bowl, and this is what I got to review. And just so you know, I hope you appreciate it, I had to watch this all the way through again just so I could write my notes, because I couldn't remember anything about it. So, I hope you appreciate that I went out of my way to actually watch this bad episode. So, I hope you enjoy this review and I hope you learn something. Alright, let's get in to the cover. So, we have the Doctor Who logo, Castrovalva, obviously the Fifth Doctor, then Peter Davidson years on the bottom. Right, moving on to the spine. We have a Doctor Who written again, along with Peter Davidson, and then written Castrovalva, and then the To Entertain logo at the bottom. So, as usual, you can pause and read, because it's talking about the special features, the episode, and yeah, you can pause and read if you want to. There's some legal stuff at the bottom, and then it has some pictures on the top, Doctor Who logo plus Castrovalva, starring Peter Davidson. Right, now let's get in to the contents. So obviously there's the disc on the right hand side, and on the left hand side is the leaflet. So I'll just take this out. And this is more about the episode, so you can pause and read if you're interested, because you don't have as much time on the review as I would hope. So, then on the back there is more stuff. There's the chapter points, which you can read if you're interested. And then on the inside is the stuff about the commentary and also behind the scenes and deleted scenes and all that stuff. So you can read that if you want to. So there you go. So let's get on to the review of Castrovalva. So I'm gonna say I do not hate Castrovalva because of the regeneration story. I believe that the regeneration side of, like, the post-regeneration stuff of this episode is actually really well written, and I as such, I really like episode 1. I really do, because it's the Doctor getting used to his Doctor with the whole cricket thing and everything, and also the companions getting used to the fact that the Doctor's literally changed his face. So yeah, I do love episode 1. It's like my relationship with An Unearthly Child. I love episode 1. I can watch it all the time. I really enjoy episode 1. But then it's the other episodes which are just so boring, and yeah, it's just, yeah, that's basically what it is. It's like Unearthly Child. It's the curse of having episode 1 being amazing and then the other ones being absolute shite. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit like stupid if the episode is called Castrovalva, but the stupid parts of the story, all the bad parts of the story, is on the bloody planet called Castrovalva. So it's a bit, saying a lot about the story, to be honest. But the plot, the plot of the story is absolute shit. Actually, yeah, the plot is really crap. And to be honest, there isn't really a real threat. I didn't really find anything threatening in this story. There wasn't any real like you're not on the edge of your seat like some other better Doctor Who stories. It's very mundane. But yeah, so the companions, I feel like the companions have to carry the story in episode 3 when the Doctor's like, he's like recovering from his regeneration. The companions have to carry the story, which is a little bit unfair on them, considering they don't have much to work on, do they? They don't have much to work from. But there you go. I mean, this story is so boring. Just one of the most boring. It's not even that it's bad like Underworld or Hellbent. It's just boring. It's not even that it's terrible. It's boring. It's just so annoying. And talking about the threat, the Master isn't threatening at all. It's a waste of the Master, to be honest. They should have saved him to return another time. I mean, considering we literally just had him in Logopolis, and Keeper of Traken as well. So there you go. I mean, they should have saved the Master and left him for a better like reveal that he's returned, to be honest. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. So yeah, I mean, this story is so boring, there isn't really much to talk about it, to be honest. I mean, episode 1 is brilliant, episode 2 is absolute shit, episode 4 is so boring, and episode 3 is boring, and episode 4 is absolute letdown, actually. Really, a real big letdown. I found, like, you know, the whole, the space-time loop thing that they were stuck in on Castrovalva. They were trying to be clever. I give them credit for that. They were trying to be clever with this story, like Moffat does every other bloody episode. But they were trying to be clever. It didn't work. That's what's sad. It didn't work. It just didn't. So yeah. So the final verdict is this story is recommended. Definitely, you have to watch this episode if you're a fan of the Fourth Doctor. If you're a fan of the Fifth Doctor, you have to watch this episode because it's his first story, isn't it? You can't watch your favourite Doctor without watching his origin story. So yeah, yeah. But if you're not, I mean, if you're not a Fifth Doctor fan, you don't have to watch it. I don't recommend watching it. I mean, I do recommend watching part 1 because that is actually brilliant, to be honest. I love part 1, but the other one's absolute shit. So I give this a 2 out of 10 because the only reason why it's not a 0 out of 10 is because of part 1, and I love it, so I gave it a 2. So yeah, that concludes the review of Castrovalva. So now that that's done, as usual, we can rip up the piece of paper, and that means that Castrovalva's ticked off the list. We do not have to review that ever again. Music to my ears. And so we will pull out of the Bowl of Doom the next DVD review on the channel. So, yeah, I'm not looking, so I'm just going to pull one out and see what the next review is. Okay, got one. It is... okay. The next review is Robot. I'm a big fan of Robot, so I'm not complaining. I really, really do like Robot. Another origin story, another opening post-regeneration story, yes? How interesting. I'm really looking forward to watching Robot, actually. I haven't watched it in a little while. And now that Robot has been pulled out of the bowl, there will be an episode to replace Robot and going in the Bowl of Doom. It is Tomb of the Cybermen. This one will be replacing Robot, as that one has been pulled out. And that one has gone in, so there you go. Stay tuned for the review of Robot. I'm looking forward to reviewing that, actually. So, with that said, this closes off the DVD review of Castrovalva. Stay tuned for the review of Robot, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.